To me, diet is a lifestyle. It's not something that you do once, it's something that you do forever.
Dieting is something that many women, men, children, everybody in the world goes through. Some people use it for weight loss, some people use it for health. It's basically a change in what you eat, what you drink, and what you consume inside of your body.
It does not mean deprivation like most people believe. Dieting actually means lifestyle.
Diet is really thinking about the food that you eat as medicine. What you put in is what you get out.
Dr. Chris Xavier has made an outstanding change in her life after changing her diet. And well, I'll have her tell the story.
I routinely change my eating habits. I've changed my eating habits throughout my life. And I changed them seriously about 4 years ago, and I eat what's called a ketogenic diet. In 4th grade, when I stepped on the scale and I was tipping 200 pounds, it's not cool to be the fat kid. But I knew that I needed to make it a big diet change when my body started hurting. I don't want to be the person who can't play with their grandkids, who can't keep up with their child because I'm lethargic or tired or I'm winded climbing the stairs. I'll slip up. If there's a really good-looking piece of carrot cake there, I might slip over and have that. But I look at the entire thing kind of like a bank account. You can put in a lot with your bank account and build up a savings, and then maybe you withdraw a little tiny bit to spend here. But as long as I'm putting in a whole lot of the right, and maybe if I'm taking out a tiny bit of the wrong, it's not quite as bad. So I spend. I imagine that each day I have like $10 to spend, and maybe 50 cents is going to go off on the wrong thing, but $9.50 is spent absolutely properly. And I was always the really fat kid. And I remember going to my prom, and it was just huge. And huge is relative. So at that point I was a size 16 and felt I was huge. But when I got up to a size 26, and it was 283 pounds, then all of a sudden, 16 felt really skinny. Now that I wear a 10 or a 12, that, doesn't seem huge at all. It's all relative. I'm totally against white foods. So white rice, white bread, white potatoes, even white ice cream. If it's white, I really try to avoid it. And that's typically because it's filled with carbohydrates.
When foods are processed, nutrients are taken out and then they have to be put back in. And because nutrients or nutritional science is so young and we're still learning a lot, and there's a lot of nutrients we don't even know about. When you eat processed foods, there's a lot of things taken out that we don't know they're missing. I didn't realize that the body is so sensitive to foods. So one of the things I realized is that I have more turmoil in the gut if I eat something with preservatives in it. If you think of the muscle as just a general building, and over the years things crumble and you got to repair it, that's what protein does. It repairs those pieces. And there are some warnings with certain types of fish, because fish in an area in the ocean may take up more toxins than another type of fish. In the United States, our farming practices have improved, and in some aspects and not in the others.
You might need to add a little something to your skillet to make sure that it doesn't burn. Don't add oil. You are defeating the purpose of having such a lean sausage inside of this. So instead of adding oil to this, what I would do is put in just a little drop of water. It's a dieter's trick that I have been using for years.